So I just saw the new Neil Breen film, Twisted Pair, and it was absolutely glorious. For those of you who don't know who Neil Breen is, I highly encourage you to watch my review of his first 3 films. He is my absolute favorite voice in So Bad That It's Good Cinema, and every single one of his movies is an absolute blast to watch. This is the first time I saw a Neil Breen film in theaters. I drove all the way to Seattle to watch this, and it was definitely worth the trip. Watching this film with a decent-sized crowd reacting to it was its own special experience. You have no idea how tempted I was to record the audio in my pocket so I could show you guys, and although technically that footage would be used for fair use purposes, I would probably not be allowed back at the theater, so I didn't. But let me tell you, it was a whole barrel of fun. In this film, Neil Breen plays 2 characters, perhaps so he can win both Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. This film is incredibly bizarre and confusing. It's probably one of the most incomprehensible films he's ever made. Trying to piece together the sequence of events after the film proved to be incredibly difficult. So basically, there are 2 brothers that were normal kids, but then the government or aliens or something give them special powers, but one of the brothers was like a dick or something, so they took his powers away. So the good brother grows up to use his special powers for the military, and the bad brother grows up to wear a fake beard and do lots of drugs. But once again, this is another movie where Neil Breen just can't stomach playing an actual bad character, so he writes the Beard Breen as a guy who is also doing vigilante justice, and by that I mean he kidnaps corrupt CEOs and politicians and just tortures them in his basement or something. There are several characters in the film that are wearing a really obviously fake mustache. It glimmers in the light as though it's made from horsehair and Elmer's glue. Sometimes it feels as though they just stuck a chewing gum wrapper to their upper lip. There's a bad guy in the film that doesn't even show up until like halfway through the movie, and every single one of his lines has a weird pitch shift effect.
I shit you not, this is exactly what he sounds like. I am not exaggerating, this is what the character sounds like throughout the entire film. It was hilarious.
There's some really weird shit that goes on in this movie. The acting is all really funny. The special effects are amazing as always. There's even a weird rape scene, kind of. There's tons of stock footage throughout the entire movie. 80% of the scenes in this movie take place at the University of Nevada, but it's pretending not to be. It's supposed to be some evil secret facility, but you can literally see the class schedules posted on the wall outside the computer lab. It's all really, really funny, and I highly suggest you check this one out, as well as all of Neil Breen's other films. I've only seen this one once, but I feel like it's already one of my favorites. It's something I feel I'll be able to get even more out of on my second watch. There's still a bunch of screenings for this film left playing throughout October and November, and you can find out where by scrolling through the wall of Neil Breen's personal Facebook page. Now, I've received a lot of comments asking if I'm ever going to make a full review of one of his movies again, and the answer is maybe. He's kind of a meme at this point, so I don't really consider it to be a huge priority. When I prioritize projects for my larger reviews, I generally try to keep them as things where I can say something new or different, perhaps share a unique perspective, or introduce people to something that they might not have heard of otherwise. I'm not ruling it out, and it might just be fun to cover several of his films in one video again. Anyway, I don't really want to spoil too much about the movie here, so just check it out for yourselves. Support the artist, buy his movie, give him $1 billion. I want to see a Neil Breen film with the budget of Avengers Infinity War. He needs your money, give it to him. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this movie as much as I did, and I'm giving this one a 10 out of 10, or am I? Is it a joke rating? I don't know. Can I really rate it something real? I'm just gonna give it a 10 out of 10 on IMDb anyway, because I think he just deserves it, so whatever, fuck it. Bye.